Today I would like to introduce you to the Carpuride W702, a smart device with which you can make your motorcycle smart, no matter how old it is. You can use functions that are otherwise only available in the latest motorcycles, namely through Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. Just a brief overview. You can start and answer phone calls, be notified of WhatsApp messages, and have them read aloud. You can use Spotify and Audible, and the main function that I find the most ingenious, navigation with Google Maps.
Hey Google, Motorradwerkstatt.
Smart device, features and functions.
The Carpuride W702 is not my first device for Android Auto. I have already tested the smaller version, the W502, and as it is actually identical apart from the size, I have also used footage of it here in the video. So as I said, I have the W702 here. It's a 7-inch device with a full HD screen which also has a really good resolution. The whole thing has a touchscreen and also works with gloves. What also makes the device smart is the connection to your smartphone and control via voice commands. For example, you can use Hey Google to call someone, start navigation, start Spotify, and much more. This all works via voice commands, and I didn't have to set anything up for this, although I've never used this with my cell phone before. One thing to bear in mind is that if you say, call this or this person, these people should also be listed under this name in the phone book. Otherwise, there can be some amusing misunderstandings.
Hey Google, Chain Process anrufen. Chain Process.
You are informed about WhatsApp messages and can have them read aloud, including text messages and other messages.
Hey Google, starte WhatsApp.
You can listen to music via Spotify, podcasts, or audiobooks from Audible. You can also listen to music from an SD card that you insert into the device. However, the SD card is firmly screwed into the device to ensure IP67 waterproofness. This means you have to unscrew the cover with 2 screws to insert or remove the SD card, which can be a little awkward. There is also no USB port to edit files on the SD card afterwards. Smart things like creating reminders, timers, and alarms are also possible. Just say, Hey Google, and give the command. What I find most ingenious is the navigation with Google Maps. The data is always up to date, and you are informed about traffic such as traffic jams or accidents. Another new feature is the display of the current speed limit, which I find very helpful. However, you shouldn't rely on it 100% and always pay attention to the traffic signs. The Carpuride W702 is future-proof with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. In other countries, Google is even testing navigation specifically for motorcycles, so you can also hope for the most winding route option. In addition to navigation, you can also listen to music, make phone calls, and have messages read out to you at the same time. You can change the background image and set the brightness for day and night. There is an equalizer for the music and much more. The on-off button is a little fiddly and difficult to operate with gloves, but as you usually switch the device on before the journey and off after the journey, this is not a major problem. In addition to the 7-inch version, there is also a 5-inch device that I'd already tested beforehand. The 5-inch size fits perfectly on my motorcycle. I got the 7-inch version for my next bike, but I haven't received it yet. Setting it up is straightforward. Instructions are included, but only in English and with very minimalist illustrations. The Wi-Fi connection enables Android Auto to be used wirelessly. The device connects to the cell phone and the intercom or headphones via Bluetooth. It is important that the Bluetooth connection is first established with the Carpuride and then with the intercom.
Installation.
Everything you need is included. The Carpuride W702, complete cabling with positive and negative terminals, which you can connect directly to the battery. The cable is long enough. A separate fuse is integrated and replaceable. The connection is waterproof and is secured with a twist lock. As more and more motorcycles are also equipped with a USB connection, a second cable with USB connection is now also included with the Carpuride. In this case, I also used this as a temporary solution with a power bank, as I don't have a USB port on the ZXR 400, and I wanted to save myself the wiring, as the W702 is intended for another motorcycle. For all those who, like me, already have the W502, the plug is not identical, so you can't simply plug the W702 into the cable of the W502 and vice versa. The attachment is via ram air, a flexible and stable solution. A clamp for the handlebars is included, the nuts are secured and cannot vibrate. However, there are also special adapter plates for various manufacturers such as BMW's. As already mentioned, the Carpuride W702 is also waterproof to IP67, so you can use it in the rain without any problems. As the Carpuride is also designed so that it can be easily removed when parked so that it is not stolen, the cable must of course also be easy to unplug. This connection is also fitted with a seal so that even the heaviest rain shower is no problem here. As there was no rain during my shoot, I simulated this with a water bottle. However, the W702 will certainly never get caught in such heavy rain with such masses of water, but the device itself, as well as the plug, coped without any problems.
Why use the Carpuride?
You could theoretically do everything with just the cell phone and the intercom, but the operation is not nearly as good and can even be problematic. The micro vibrations on the handlebars can damage cell phone cameras. Operation with gloves is difficult, and Android Auto or Apple CarPlay are specially designed for such devices. I think the Carpuride W502 and W702 are brilliant, so I've now also got the larger version for my second bike. It's easier to use, and the navigation is much easier to read. The only disadvantage could be the data consumption, but there is the option of downloading maps in advance from your home Wi-Fi. All in all, the advantages clearly outweigh the disadvantages for me. Links in the video description. If you buy something through them, I get a small commission, and you support the channel. However, this has had no influence on this video or my opinion.